It's time for math. Are you ready? Get out your rods. Well, this week we're going to talk a lot about making 10, using two numbers to make 10, like 5 plus 5 equals 10. That's a really easy one because you've got it on your hands, right? Well, you've got your rods out. This is how I do it. First, before we do anything else, you take out one of each rod. I believe Mrs. Osmer gave the children she had at the beginning of the year 2 sets like I did. So you need one orange, one blue, one red. Go ahead and get them out. I'm going to tip this so you can see what I'm doing. I need one of each. One of each. Now, I think you've probably practiced making the staircase a lot. I know that we've practiced and we've even timed it. Now, it looks like I've got one of each. If I forgot one, I'll just get it after. It's fine. So step 1 is take out one of each. Step 2 is build the staircase. Go right ahead. I always start with 1. 4, 5. And you know what? If I were you, I wouldn't watch me. I would just look at the rods and try it. Now, parents, if your child is having a hard time doing this, stop the video and give them a chance. And you know what? Take these out every so often. These are not kindergarten tools. These are tools that your child will be using in the math program to add and subtract and multiply and divide and for fractions. So it's very important that they know how to build the staircase on their own. Right? Now, let's have a little race. Watch me. I am going to mess this up really, really good. Okay? And we're going to see if I can put this back together in a minute. I've got my phone, and I'm going to set the timer, so hold on 1 minute. Okay, so there's I have a new phone, so I'm not sure how it works, but I'm going to hit start. Now, moms and dads, make sure they're really mixed up. Some of my kindergartners like to be tricky and not mix them up too much. We're going to hit start, and we'll stop it when it gets to a minute. I'm not going to worry. I'm just going to keep going and see how fast I can do it. When I first learned to do this, it took me a whole minute, but I've practiced a lot. So ready, I'm done, and it says 22 seconds. I'm going to turn it. When you're done, you can look up and see how long it took you to do it. 30 seconds. Ooh, maybe 35. Ooh, some of you are done. 40 seconds? Good job. Maybe it's 45 seconds. Now, a minute means 60, so I'm going to let it run. If you're working at it, good for you. Don't be a quitter. Just keep trying. And we're almost there. And stop. 1 minute. Give me a thumbs up if you did it. Hey, and if you didn't, practice makes perfect. I bet most of your moms and dads have a stopwatch, and they could set the timer for a minute. When you can do it in a minute, maybe they could set it for 50 seconds, 40 seconds, 30 seconds. See how quick you can. I think it's a lot of fun. Okay? So now we have our staircase, and we're really good at setting it up fast. So we're going to also take out a 10 rod. Everybody got one? Of course you do. And you're going to choose 2 rods that will make 10. I'm going to tell you to take out that 7 rod. What goes with 7? Try a couple. Did you find the right one? 3 plus 7 equals 10. Very good. That is awesome. Or I could say 7 plus 3 equals 10. Let's take that off. What would you do if I said What's the number that goes with 4 to make 10? Give it a try. And did you find the 6? 4 plus 6 makes 10. Good job. I'm showing you this, boys and girls, because if you get stuck on your workbook and you're like, I don't know what makes 10, you can get out your rods and use them. That's going to help you out a lot. So let me show you the pages we're going to work on today. First of all, it says draw dots to make 10. How many dots are there? Do you see that there's 5 on this side and 4 on this side? Yeah. So how many are there? Ooh, there's 9 there. Look what I'm going to do with my 9. So how many, oops, over here, how many are missing? Can you tell? Oops, there's the 1. Pretty cool, huh? 9 plus 1 equals 10. And then when we look at our paper, 9, and when you make 1 more, that'll be 10. So what are you going to put in the bond? 9 and 1. Moms and dads, you can have their rods ready if they need it. Some children will not need it. And even if they don't need it but they like it, that's okay with me too. Now here there's only 1 dot. If you're going to make 10, wow, how many more are you going to put? You'll put the 1 here and however many dots you made right there. So we're going to do this and 134 and 135 today. Parents will have to help. And then down here, 9 plus 1 equals 10. Well, if they have a struggle, again, the rods are fabulous. Which is the 9 rod plus the 1 rod? What does it equal? Well, if they put the 6 under here, they're going to know it does not equal 6. Does it equal 10? Why, yes, it does. Good job. Okay, so they're going to be putting their answers here. You will notice that Miss Rudd has skipped a lot of pages. Next week, we are going to begin Module 5. The pages I skipped, parents, are very wordy. It's fine when they have you sitting right next to them. And I do recommend that maybe you work with your child and continue to do it. We stopped at page 87. And it's just a lot for long distance, and it's the same skill over and over and over again. But I would recommend, even this summer, just to keep them sharp and keep them thinking about numbers, to do a page from here once in a while would be a really great thing. But we're going to work on making 10 this week, several different ways, and then it will be time to move on to the next module because I want to make sure that we have touched on each one. Okay, before the end of the year. And I know some of you are thinking, oh, this is because we're remote, but it's not. Every year, this is what happens in school. We are pretty much right where I always am. We are very fortunate. The kids that have gone into the building have had to take some breaks in the learning just to get used to the building, to get used to a new teacher, to change things. And yes, this week we took a week to kind of get used to each other. Well, sorry. Last week before vacation, but we really haven't missed a beat all year. So because of your hard work with your child and helping me and following along, I think that they are going to be in a pretty good place. So keep the workbook. Don't just hand it to your child and let them play with it. Not this one, because I think there are some pages in there that I have skipped, and I don't think Mrs. Osmer did them either, that are really good when you're sitting alone with your child and you want to promote some thinking and some love of math. Okay? So boys and girls, that's what I need you to do. Those 2 pages. Parents, if 2 pages is too much, if you find that you are doing all the work, stop. Do a couple problems. Have them do a couple problems well, rather than become overwhelmed and you're just doing the work. I can't tell, you know that, But this is what's better for the child. And I'll tell you, if I see that they're doing 3 or 4 really well and they're catching on, it's going to be better for them. Happy numbers. Woohoo! I'm impressed. I have a few more kids than I thought that are really up there. Rivaldo, you have been doing a lot of happy numbers work. And I knew Maxwell and Caleb were up there. Geneva, too. Wow, moving right up there. But everybody else, I think it's a good time to start working in happy numbers again. Parents, if you're doing the work, it's okay to, happy numbers should be self-explanatory. If you're doing the work, just stop, okay, and wait till we've taught the skill. I'm so glad to be back. I will see you all very soon.